So we come into the Christmas period. I'm sitting here on Christmas Eve afternoon doing this review and thinking, God, what have we got to expect on Boxing Day? Can we actually get something, or is it going to be an absolute drubbing? Is it going to be an embarrassment, or are the lads going to actually, for once, surprise the fans? This is the Toon Review. Hi everyone, I'm Paul and welcome again to the Toon Review, this Christmas Eve edition. And today we're previewing the match on Boxing Day at the Etihad between Manchester City and Newcastle United. Now, we know this will not be an easy game. We know we're coming off the back of an embarrassing, disgusting, horrible defeat at Brentford in the Carabao Cup. Man City are coming off a tremendous win in the Carabao Cup, winning at the Emirates, beating Arsenal 4-1. And they are finding a bit of form. We are not, basically. We're not finding anything. And it's a worry. Every Newcastle United fan is worried about going into this game because we know that from the word go, we are going to have to work our nuts off on that pitch. And the question is, do we have the players that are going to stick at it and work for the 90 minutes? I don't think we are. There's a select few that will probably be starting on Saturday who will work their nuts off. There's another select few who are lazy bastards and won't bother at all, especially if we go 1 or 2 goals down very early on, which is a big possibility. You know, let's face it. Yes, our defence is a bit knackered at the minute with regards to COVID. We might have Fernandes out. Hayden might have to partner Clark again. You know, I think 5 at the back is going to be ruled out because we don't have the players at the moment to play 5 at the back. And anyway, if we did, I think Man City would just run rings around us. So I think we'll go 4 at the back. I think hopefully, fingers crossed, Fernandes is fit again to partner Clark because we need Hayden in the middle. We need him in the middle of the park, undoubtedly. You know, because I don't trust Longstaff at all to work for 90 minutes. The way he's been playing and his lack of interest, really, or his work rate has been terrible. So is he going to go after Gundogan, De Bruyne, those kind of players for 90 minutes? No, he's not. But Hayden will. Hayden will stick at it and he'll work his arse off in the middle of the park. Shelvey certainly isn't that kind of player who will man-mark players and track back as much as he can. The thing is with Shelvey, he's very confusing, right? Because if you watch him, when he's tracking back, a player will just sort of just go past him and then suddenly he'll go down and put his hands on his knees as if to say, oh, you've done me there. He does that so much, and I don't know whether anybody else has noticed that, but it's to kind of get him out of saying, oh, I need to chase back. He goes down on his hunches and thinks, oh, I've been beaten there. He doesn't work back to get the ball. He's not a tackler. That's a certainty. So my worry is the game is going to be really won or lost in the middle of the park. We know Man City have had problems scoring goals this season, but they are starting to find a bit of form. And Sergio Aguero's coming back to fitness. Excuse me. Whether he starts or he'd be on the bench, who knows? I think it might be a bit too early for him to start the match, but you never know with Guardiola. I fear for Callum Wilson, and the reason I'm saying that for is I don't think you'll see a lot of the ball up front, because my theory is Steve Bruce is going to go all-out defence again. You know, it's been proved in the last few matches we've had against Manchester City, way back to the Rafa days, that we just park the bus. Now, the difference is with Rafa, we were organised. With Steve Bruce, the organisation isn't there. The leadership isn't there. And that's the massive worry for me. We are lacking leadership on the pitch. Someone to actually get them by the neck and give them a good shake when they're not working their asses off like they should be. Players are getting away with far too much on the pitch when it comes to laziness and just drib-drabbing around the pitch for 90 minutes. We need a leader who's going to be on that pitch, a Roy Keane kind of person, who's going to actually throttle them or give them a mouthful if they're not pulling the weight. But we don't have anyone on the pitch to do that. And that's another big difference for me. And Man City can control the game from the off, from the middle of the park. And that's going to happen. We know it is. But it's all about our attitude on Saturday for me. It's all about how we go out and we look at the game. If we go out there thinking, right, it's Manchester City, we're going to get a hiding, we are. That's just going to happen. But if we go out with an attitude of, right, we're going to give this our best shot, we're going to really be up for this, we're going to work our nuts off, every single one of those 11 players on the pitch, work our nuts off for 90 minutes. Now, the thing is, if we lose on Saturday, but I've seen a team that's given it their all, then fair enough. I mean, I'm not talking about getting embarrassed 5, 6, 7-0 here. I'm talking about losing the game with dignity and actually coming off the pitch thinking, you know what? I gave it my all today and it just wasn't good enough. That's fair enough for me. If we go out there and perform like that and I can see every single player sweating blood for that team, then fair enough. It's not about the winning for me. It's about seeing a team that actually gives a shit. And at the minute, I'm not seeing that from anybody in a Newcastle shirt, apart from maybe the odd two. So that's my theory. We have to go at them from the middle of the park. That's where the game is going to be won and lost, is in the middle. If we let De Bruyne play, then we're finished. Because that man can just pick anything out. Sterling is a man to keep an eye on as well. Like I say, Aguero, if he's fit, if he starts or if he comes on. Jesus, for me, isn't the greatest striker in the world. I think we can contain him. But it's all about the mentality. It's all about how Steve Bruce sends those players out. Now, we know that we think he's lost the dressing room. And that, for me, is the biggest worry of all. Knowing that the man has lost the dressing room. Because no matter how much he tries to motivate those players, if they're not playing for him, they're not going to perform for him, are they, really? You know? But my thinking is, don't do it for Steve Bruce. If you guys have lost the dressing room, do it for the fans. Do it for us who've had to sit week in, week out, watching absolute dross. Do it for the fans. For once. Just give it your all. Every single one of you that goes out there, give it everything you've got. Instead of just passing the ball out of play, punting the ball upfield, try and do something when we have the ball. Yeah, we might not be as good as Man City, we all know that. But it's all about passion, dignity, effort. Playing for that shirt. Playing for the fans. That's the most important thing when a player is on that pitch. Playing for the fans. Who follow you everywhere. Who worship the club. Do it for them. It's going to be difficult. We know it's going to be one of the hardest games of the season. We've got Liverpool after that. It doesn't get any easier. But if we go down without a fight, then that is going to cause more outrage and more people to just say, I've had it with this club. I've just had it. And that's not what we want to see. We want fans to talk about it after the game and say, well, you know what? Unfortunately, we lost, but we gave it a damn good go. Man City got a big surprise on Saturday. Rather than having to do another review of the game and losing me temper and saying, oh, such and such didn't bother. You know, he was clueless. He didn't give any energy. You know, I don't want to do that. Even in defeat, I want to try and be positive. But wouldn't it just be amazing if we did go down there and actually put on a show, work as hard as we can, and you just never know with Man City this season, we could get a result. I mean, I know that's a pipe dream from the way we've been playing, but you just never know if you go out with a different mentality. And if Steve Bruce has lost the dressing room, then the senior players get the players on the pitch and put in a performance and say, right, we're not going to listen to Steve Bruce with these drab tactics. We are going to play how we want to play, with players in the right positions, players actually working for each other and going for it. We've got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose, so go for it. Try and get something out of the game. That's what it's all about. We as fans will support you. We'll give it everything we've got if we can see you doing the same. Don't sit back and take it up the arse again. Go out there, put in a performance and make the fans proud of you. That's all we want. That's all we want, is just to see effort, passion, everything for that Newcastle United shirt. And you can do it. We've got the players to do it. I don't want us to come. I don't want to do the review at the weekend and think, oh, we've lost 6-7-0. That's just embarrassing. We can't keep going like that. For once we need something positive, and this is an opportunity. There's nothing to lose in this game, so go out and give it everything you've got. Starting lineup wise, who the hell knows? I think, obviously, Darlow, will start in goal again. I think we've got, hopefully, Fernandes will be back, so I'll go Fernandes and Clark as the centre-back pairing. I think Jamal Lewis will be ripped a new one if he starts, so I want Richie at left-back or Dummett if he's fit. Dummett, for me, would be the prime candidate for me because he's a good defender. So we're going to be defending a lot, therefore Dummett for me, not Jamal Lewis. On the right-hand side, I don't know who's fit. I think he'll go Emil Kraft because I don't think Manquillo is fit to start. So I think he'll go Kraft at right back. In the middle, I want to see Hayden and Shelvey. Now, Shelvey needs to pull his finger out. Like I said, he needs to really, really get a rocket up his arse, start performing. Hayden, we know, is a workhorse and will work well. On the right-hand side, do you know what? I'd still give Murphy a shot. I really would. I'd stick with Jacob Murphy and really boost the lad's confidence. Say, right, there you go. You're against Man City. Go and show what you can do. Left-hand side, undoubtedly for me, Fraser. Right? He was our shining light on Tuesday night until that oath brought him off. Now, he was knackered, fair enough, but, he needs games. And if he keeps getting yanked off here and there, just not starting games, then what's the point? So Fraser for me has to be on the left. Through the middle, I would go with Almiron and Wilson again. Now, I know Miggy had an off game. He just doesn't look like he's enjoying his football on Tuesday. There was no smiles from him like you normally get with Miggy and things like that. So I think he's struggling with Bruce as well. I really do. That's just my opinion. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. But I think let him and Wilson go at them. Try and get a bit of pace against them. We know Man City defence isn't that brilliant this season. We know they're susceptible to a few counter-attacks here and there. So, let's let the forward players do their stuff. But like I said, it just all comes down to what Steve Bruce does, doesn't it? We can never second-guess the man or what he tells the players before they go out there or whether they actually want to play for him. But like I say, if they don't want to play for him, play for the fans. Play for the shirt. Do it for us. But anyway, that's it. That's my opinion of the game coming up on Boxing Day. Now, I don't think I'll be doing a review straight after the game. It may be Sunday that I do the review of the game. If I'm really, really pissed off, then I might do the game. I might do the video straight after. But it'll just be another rage fest. And I'm sure people get sick of that after a while. But that's just my heart on my sleeve. I can't do it any differently than I do. But we'll see. We'll see what happens at the weekend. I am going to do another Premier League show as well after the weekend's games and have a look at the results and where we stand in the Premier League, who's winning the league, who's going down, all sorts of conversations about that. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you've liked the video, smash the like button. Thank you very much for all the likes I've had recently. Helps me build the channel enormously, so thank you very much. And last of all, from myself, I'd just like to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Have a great time. I know it's a bit difficult in the circumstances at the moment, but really try and make the best of it. Hope Santa Claus is good to everybody, and I'll catch you on the Manchester City review. In the meantime, happy Christmas. Take care. Be strong. Be strong.